Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you about the top 10 pregnancy symptoms that nobody really tells you about. Now I know everybody knows the basic stuff like morning sickness, everybody's heard of that. So I really want to talk about more of the symptoms that people don't know a whole lot about before they get pregnant, and then they find out once they are pregnant. Please excuse the fact that I am doing this video in my bedroom with my TV showing and a bunch of laundry on my bed that needs to get put away. Mom life, what can I say? My job never ends. So the first symptom that I'm going to talk about is round ligament pain. What in the world is that? So basically it feels like a muscle in your stomach is ripping. It hurts. And it happens pretty much anytime I cough, anytime I sneeze. And it can also happen from just getting up from a seated position, twisting a certain way, and it only lasts a few seconds, but those seconds are super painful. I don't know why they don't tell people about this symptom, but it's annoying, that's for sure. So the second symptom is pregnancy carpal tunnel. So I don't have this yet with this pregnancy. I am currently about to be 25 weeks with this pregnancy, but I did get it with my first pregnancy. Luckily, it did go away after I gave birth, but I know that some of my friends who've had it, it hasn't gone away. It's only gotten worse. So carpal tunnel is just like pain in your hands, and you can get it just from being pregnant, and I don't even know why, but it hurts. It sucks. Thank God I don't have it right now. Knock on wood. So symptom number 3 is a fun one that is kind of TMI, but it's pregnancy. Sorry. That would be hemorrhoids. Yeah. If you didn't get hemorrhoids prior to pregnancy, then you're in for a real treat. They're very painful and uncomfortable, and pregnancy in general makes you either have diarrhea or you're constipated. There's no in between. And so when you're constipated, that's going to give you the hemorrhoids because you're pushing so much. And yeah, they just suck. I'm not going to go into detail about them, but not too many people know that pregnancy can just give you hemorrhoids. So the next symptom is itchy skin. So mostly on your stomach as you progress through your pregnancy and it gets larger, your skin is stretching. So it just starts to itch really bad. I constantly have to keep my skin hydrated. Sorry. I constantly have to keep my skin hydrated. I use coconut oil to put on it, or just lotion if that's what I have. I have to do that several times a day because if not, I'll be scratching, and that can, help aid with the stretch marks and things like that. So if you're trying to avoid that, then really just keep your skin super hydrated. The next symptom would be insomnia. I've always had an issue with insomnia. I don't have a problem falling asleep, but once I've woken up from being asleep, I have a hard time falling back asleep. And pregnancy just makes that 10 times worse because you already have to get up in the middle of the night a million times to use the restroom, or there's some uncomfortable pain or whatever, you're not laying on the, you're just tossing and turning constantly because you're so large feeling and it's just uncomfortable. You can't find a comfortable position to save your life, basically. So yeah, then once I'm woken up, I can't fall back asleep. So I sit up for hours in the middle of the night, just doing nothing, thinking about my day, watching TV, playing on my phone. But, you know, even if you didn't have insomnia before, like I did, you will still get it because of the uncomfortableness and getting up a lot to have to go to the bathroom. So another symptom would be how slowly time passes, especially once you get into like your third trimester. Can you hear my son? He's out there playing on his tablet. Anyway, in your third trimester, I seriously felt like the time just dragged on. You're so uncomfortable and you just want that baby out to be in your arms, and it's not happening. And then especially if you're overdue. Oh my goodness. I was 2 weeks overdue with my first, praying that that doesn't happen this time around, because that was miserable. The longest 2 weeks of my life. But I felt like with this pregnancy now I'm almost 25 weeks and it's gone by rather quickly so far, but I feel like now it's gonna go by so slow because I'm just prepping and a lot of my prep work is like done, so now I'm like bored, like what am I supposed to do? But yeah, I think it really does go by so much slower in third trimester. It's annoying. So then let's move right into nesting. I know that this is kind of a common symptom. I would think that a lot of people realize like you're gonna be nesting, but I don't think people realize how severe it can get. And for me, it really becomes like this obsession. And I don't think it happens with everybody, but it like almost makes me have like panic attacks if I can't get something done for the nursery or packing a hospital bag or anything like that. And I like to plan early for all of it. So like for instance, my baby shower's in January and I'm not due till March, and like I have a cousin who's due 10 days before me, but her baby shower's not till February, so it's like, you know, I think I'm planning a little earlier than most people. But and also sciatica pains. That's been the worst. It's been like that for both of my children. With Brayden, it was he sat on my left hand side, and so that sciatic nerve was always pinched, and I would just walk and all of a sudden like my leg felt like it was gonna give out. It was just such severe pain. And now with this baby, he sits on my right hand side, so I'm getting it on this side now, and it's just so painful, and it does feel like I'm about ready to like not be able to walk, because sometimes it'll just hit that nerve so bad and my leg's gonna give out. It does help if like you can get massaged there, but sometimes for me that area is just so sensitive that a massage could even hurt. So it just is not fun. Not fun at all. So the ninth thing that I'm going to talk about is swelling. At the end of your pregnancy, you swell. Luckily, I'm only halfway through, so we'll see how this gets. But even with Brayden, you know, towards the end of my pregnancy, I couldn't wear my engagement ring because we were just engaged at the time. Luckily, I still can wear it with this pregnancy, and it is still sliding on and off perfectly, so no swelling yet, but my feet swell really bad if I've been on them for a long period of time. At the end of my pregnancy with Brayden, my feet were so large that I couldn't fit in shoes anymore. So I'm usually a size 9. I got big feet. I'm tall, so meh. But with Brayden, my feet got to like a size 11. And I mean, at that point, that's a very large size, and most of the time you can't find that size in store. So I would literally only be able to wear flip-flops. What was that? Okay, I don't know what that was, but anyway, I would only be able to wear flip-flops, and that was hard to work with, because I'm a working mom, and at the time I was a paraprofessional in an autism classroom, so we were supposed to wear closed-toed shoes, and I couldn't. So with this pregnancy so far, no real swelling unless I am on my feet for too long, and then my feet do get a little bit swollen, but you know, like I said before, that kind of happens more in the 3rd trimester once you are really large. If your swelling does become too severe, you do need to make sure that you're speaking with your doctor about it, because it could be a sign of preeclampsia. So you want to monitor your blood pressure and your swelling. Make sure that you're putting your feet up whenever you get a chance. And then the last thing that I want to talk to you about is sinus problems. As you could probably tell, I sound a little like I might be getting under the weather or something. I've been sniffling throughout this video. Wonderful. So I'm not sick. I don't have a cold. I do have seasonal allergies, but that usually happens in the spring, and right now it's winter time. Well, technically fall, but it's December. So I shouldn't have any allergies at this time of year, but being pregnant, for whatever reason, it just brings on the snot. It did the same thing with my first pregnancy, and you can see I have a septum piercing. I did take that out when I was pregnant with Brayden, and it ended up closing, but I had no choice because I was so much like blowing my nose that it just became irritated, and I ended up having to take it out. And before I got pregnant with baby number 2, I did go and get it re-pierced because I like the way it looks. Sorry, I'm into piercings. But now that I'm pregnant, I'm like, oh, am I gonna have to take it out again because I just got it redone, and I have to blow my nose so much that it's really annoying and gets in the way. But I'm trying really hard to not have to take it out and just suffer through blowing my nose. You can take, I think you can take like Claritin. I know you can't take Sudafed when you're pregnant, but check with your doctor about what you can take for that if that's happening. I kind of just don't take anything and just suffer and blow my nose over and over again. But, you know, with nasal drainage, that can make you have like a sore throat and stuff. It almost like puts you into cold symptoms. And every single morning I wake up like super congested, thinking that like, oh, I'm gonna get sick. But then the rest of my day is just fine and I have no issues. So I know it's just related to the pregnancy, and there's actually a name for it. I can't pronounce it, but it's like RHINTIS. I want to say it's rhinitis. I can't really pronounce it, but there is actually a name for it, and yeah, it's fun. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and please, you know, follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel. I'll link it down below, and just thank you so much for watching. Bye.